Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yuliani and my student ID is 19018119. And in this occasion, I'm going to present an article written by Delphi Wahyuni, Mitri Octavia, and Dani Marlina, the title Writing Anxiety Among Indonesian EFL Student Levels, Causes and Coping Strategies. Here are what we are going to discuss in this occasion. The first is the abstract of this article, then the introduction. The third is the methods, the result and discussion, the conclusion, and references. Now let's start the abstract. Every abstract of an article consists of research aims, participants, instruments, results, and strategies. And in this research, the aim is to investigate foreign language writing anxiety experienced by Indonesian EFL learners studying at Universitas Negeri Padang. And the participants of the survey were 132 students comprising of sophomores, junior, and senior students. This research used instruments such as second language writing anxiety inventory to collect data on students' level of writing anxiety, causes of writing anxiety inventory to gauge information about sources of students' writing anxiety, and the typologies of tactics to cope with writing anxiety. And the result of this research is the level of students' writing anxiety is moderate, and in addition, no significant relationship between students' writing anxiety level and their academic level is revealed, suggesting moderately anxious students outnumbering those with high and low writing anxiety at any academic level. And in addition, the sources of students' writing anxiety are problems with topic choice, linguistic difficulties, and lack of writing practice. And the students use some strategies to overcome their writing anxiety, such as preparation, positive thinking, relaxation, peer seeking, and resignation. And let's move on to the introduction. Here are some points in the introduction of this research. The first one is the ability to communicate ideas in written form is an ultimate goal of learning English. And foreign language learners consider writing is the most difficult skill to master, as writing is challenging for second language learners because it involves cognitive and affective activities that is both thinking and feeling. And this is supported by Kondo and Yingling 2004 that explain that anxiety can exhaust cognitive resources which generate serious problems for even competent students. And anxiety has also been hailed as one of the main sources of writing difficulty in second or foreign language learning, according to Dekwang 2014 et al. Now, we are going to look at the urgency of this research. The present research found that it seems difficult for students to fulfill academic requirements which involve writing, such as term papers and undergraduate theses. And in this topic, there's some previous research, such as the research conducted by Wahyuni Umam et al. In 2017, entitled as Levels, Types, and Causes of Indonesian EFL Students. And the second research is writing anxiety and its relation to other aspects of writing, such as writing performance and topics of writing, conducted by Cahyono et al. In 2006 and 2017. Now, according to the previous research, we found that two research gaps. The first is all researchers, all levels, types, and causes of Indonesian EFL students writing anxiety that are involve small samples, so generalization must be made with some cautions. And the second, none touches upon how Indonesian EFL students cope with writing anxiety they experience. Thus, the research objective of this study is the first to investigate the possible relationship between foreign language writing anxiety and students' academic level. And the second is to find out sources of students' foreign language writing ability. And the last is to find out students' strategies in coping with their foreign language writing anxiety. And writing anxiety is a problem which must be properly addressed. Concerning this, there are 5 aspects that negatively influenced by writing anxiety that summarized by Cheng et al. In 1999 that are the first, the quality of the message coded. And the second, the individual's actual writing behavior. The third, their writing performance. And the fourth, their willingness to write or to take advanced writing courses. And the last is their career choices. Now let's move on to the third point. That is the methods. Now we look at the research design. This study used quantitative research that in form of survey. The participants were 132 students majoring in English literature at Universitas Negeri Padang that comprised of 76 sophomores, 30 junior students, and 26 senior students. Here are the data collection techniques. There are the 3 steps to collect the data. The first is all participants are asked for their consent before the questionnaires are distributed. The research team also informs them to feel free to withdraw from the data collecting session that they should choose to do so without having to fear academic repercussion in the future. And the second, the data are collected during the last week on the odd semester, July to December 2018, and the quiet week before the university final term examination. And the last step is the data are collected and tabulated before being treated and analyzed accordingly. Here are some research methods used in this study. The first, a demographic survey. 3 questions are distributed to gauge information about the participant perceived ability in writing English. The survey has resulted in most students are considered themselves fair writers. And the second is Likert types for choice responses. This method used to investigate factors of writing anxiety. It consists of 5 choices. That is strongly disagree, neither agree nor disagree, agree, and strongly agree. And the third is yes-no questionnaires. This is used to find out how Indonesian EFL students cope with writing anxiety they experience. And the last is chi-square test. This is a statistical method used to find out the relationship between academic levels and writing anxiety. And here are the 4 points, results and discussions. It involves 4 results. That is the first level of writing anxiety. The highest percentage of highly anxious students in writing anxiety is found among sophomores, 22%, that is followed by seniors as much 23.1%, and juniors 16.7%. And here from T-square analysis for academic level and level of writing anxiety. It can be seen that an observed pattern of moderately anxious students outnumbering those with the low and high level of writing anxiety without regards to the length of the time they have spent learning how to write in English. And the result of this survey confirmed that there is no significant relationship between these two variables. And the third result is possible sources of second language writing anxiety. Second language learners often pose problems with the topic of writing and linguistic difficulties as the chief factors triggering the writing anxiety, accounting for 56.82% and for 56.06% respectively. And then the time pressure, about 14%. And some other significant factors is such lack of writing practice and preoccupation with perfect work, poor writing technique, and fear of tests and negative comment from teachers. And interestingly, fear of tests and negative comment from teacher do not affect as much as we think. And the fifth result is coping strategies for dealing with writing anxiety. Preparation, relaxation, positive thinking, persisting, resignation are some strategies for dealing with writing anxiety. It is obvious that students use cognitive, affective, and behavior strategies to cope with writing anxiety they experience. And it can be inferred from this research that students directly deal with the sources of their problems, such as preparing more for the upcoming writing task or trying to alleviate their worry about writing in English. And here are almost the last of this discussion. That is the conclusion. This research has shown that the students experience a moderate level of writing anxiety regardless of their academic year. And furthermore, the lack of topical knowledge, language problems, and inadequate writing practice are found to be major sources of writing anxiety for students of all academic levels. And in terms of strategies to alleviate writing anxiety, students employ all 5 categories of coping strategies proposed by Kondo and Yelling 2004, namely preparation, positive thinking, relaxation, fear-seeking, and avoidance. In this case, preparation and positive thinking are strategies used the most by the students. And here are some suggestions for writing instructors. Like the first, writing instructors should have students to be familiar with the writing topics assigned to them through some reading activities. And the second, the writing class should be equipped with lessons of language features related to the text learned. And the third, students should be given opportunities to write on topics which are personally meaningful to them in order to encourage them to write. And there is a suggestion for other researchers that is to investigate the context or classroom situation which can influence the level of students' writing anxiety. So here is the reference of this presentation. There's an article written by Devi Wahyuni, with Octavia and Leni Marlina in 2019 that titled Writing Anxiety Among Indonesian EFL College Students, Levels, Causes, and Coping Strategies, which published in the journal Lingua Cultura. That is my presentation. Thanks for your attention, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.